We've seen what Europe and the Americas were like before they became closely connected. So now let's take a look at the men who took the risks of early exploration, where their adventures led them, and what it meant for both old worlds. Portugal led the way in exploration of the Atlantic. Under Prince Henry the Navigator, the small country on the Iberian Peninsula expanded trade networks and established settlements along the West African coast and in the near Atlantic. Between 300 and 1600 AD, the West African coast was dominated by three strong empires. The Empire of Ghana established its power in the region first and remained the dominant force until 1200 AD. Their source of wealth came from their possession of large quantities of gold. The empire traded their gold for cloth and salt with neighboring kingdoms. In the 13th century, Muslim invaders conquered Ghana and created the Empire of Mali. The empire's most powerful ruler, Mansa Musa, used a strong military force to expand the empire's reach and its wealth. The Empire of Mali weakened in the late 14th and 15th centuries. It was eventually replaced by the Songhai Empire. This empire became the center for West African trade and helped create far-reaching networks that would eventually cross the Atlantic. During the period dominated by the Songhai Empire, the Portuguese began exploration of the near Atlantic. Once they established contact with African leaders, the Portuguese created trading networks that supplied European metals, cloth, and manufactured goods for gold and African slaves. By the 1490s, Portugal's reach expanded to the Canary Islands, Madeira, the Azores, and the Cape Verde Islands in the near Atlantic. During the reigns of John II and Manuel I, Bartholomew Diaz rounded the Cape of Good Hope and explored the east coast of Africa. Later, Vasco da Gama sailed across the Indian Ocean to Calcutta, returning to Lisbon in 1499 with evidence of the riches of India. Portuguese trade and the wealth it brought inspired more interest in traveling to the Indies. Into this climate stepped Christopher Columbus, a man of ambition, who dedicated himself to discovering what lay west of the Azores. His goal was to find a trade route to the east, not to prove the world was round. What he found would change the world.